Hey there, and welcome to another edition of Coach's Corner. I am IFBB Pro Roxy Beckles. Today I want to talk about a topic that I get asked all the time by competitors of all levels, whether they're beginners and sometimes people who are even more seasoned, and that is how much time should you really take to prep for a show. Now I want to preface today's discussion by saying that the information that I'm giving you is a little bit more on the general spectrum. Always remember that your body is your body and everyone's body is different. So some people might need more time, some people might need less time. So these are points that you need to just consider when it comes to deciding when is a good starting point to begin, so that way you can prep as healthily and as safely as possible. So today, I want to break down my advice into 5 easy points for you to consider before beginning. So let us begin. The first thing that you want to do before beginning on any contest prep plan is to take an honest look and assessment at where you are starting. It's really important that you start at a point where you don't have to move heaven and earth in order to get ready for your show. You want to be able to do this as safely, effectively, and intelligently as possible. So I like to tell clients that, when you're taking your progress photos, to really look at where your body is. Whatever your division, whether you're bikini, women's physique, figure fitness, whatever, take your starting photos in the poses, in your mandatory poses, and take a look at your conditioning. I always like to say that you want to start from a more athletic type of standpoint. So when you're hitting your poses, we should be able to see some separation of the muscle. We should be able to see some outline of, of your muscularity and your shape. And you shouldn't have a whole lot of body fat to have to lose in order to get ready to your show. Remember, with bodybuilding, it's not about weight loss, it's about fat loss. And our main goal is to drop as much body fat as we possibly can while holding on to as much muscle as we can. And it's not just about chasing scale numbers. And if your body fat is high at your starting point and you don't have enough time to diet for that show, you're gonna have to really push to get there, and you're gonna be losing muscle along the way. So then by the time you get to the stage, you're gonna be looking small, stringy, and not the way that you see in your mind's eye. So it's a lot better for you to start at a point where your body is nice and athletic, you've been training for a while, you've got really great habits established with your eating, and that way a transition into your prep isn't like that big of a deal. It's not like pulling teeth and you're not gonna feel like death when you're starting. So take an honest look at your photos before you even begin, and just try to see where you are with your conditioning. If you can see muscle separation in the legs, a little bit in the back and stuff like that, maybe for some of you in the abs, depending on where you hold your body fat, then you know you're ready to start. My second point is a really, really important one, and it's about your diet. If you've been on a fat loss plan for a while, or if your calories are a little bit more on the low end, you definitely want to stop and maybe reverse diet a bit to get your calories up closer to maintenance. Once you're around maintenance, stay there for about 4 to 6 weeks and just let your body settle hormonally and get used to that higher caloric level. Here's the thing, as the weeks go by with your prep, you're gonna have to lower down your calories in order to get to the leanness that you need for the stage. So you don't want to start off with not eating enough, because then it becomes like diminishing returns. After a while, how much lower can you actually bring your calories to before you're starving yourself to death? And remember, when the goal is to keep muscle on while losing body fat, you can't starve yourself. I always say you want to feed yourself lean, you want to eat yourself lean. In order for you to do that, you've got to raise your calories up to start near maintenance for your body, your lifestyle, your activity level, and then from there you can make intelligent choices about how to create your deficit for your fat loss. So again, if you are eating just a little bit of calories, you're not quite eating enough for your stature, for your activity level, just go ahead and raise your calories up and reverse diet for a couple of weeks. You will be so happy that you've made that choice. The next thing that you want to keep in mind is that more time is better than less time. A lot of people assume that you only need about 10 to 12 weeks for a contest prep, when some people might actually do better with more time. Some people might need 20 weeks, some people might need 16 weeks. It really just depends on your body, how quick your metabolism is, and what your starting point is. Personally, I like to start clients off at about 16 weeks. And for some of my clients, I might even start them off at 20, but we're not gonna go into that contest prep full force in the beginning. What we will do is go ahead and work on cleaning up the diet, establishing their calories so that way things are high enough for us to be able to diet intelligently and to have a little bit more freedom towards the beginning of the prep. As each week goes by, we start to get more and more restrictive, we start to lower calories and stuff like that, but we can only do that when we've allowed enough time. Now keep in mind, as I have kept saying a number of times during this video, our goal with contest prep is to keep on as much muscle as we can as we diet down. So allowing yourself enough time to truly diet is what's going to help to accomplish that goal. So remember, keep your timing, keep yourself with enough time to be able to do everything without having to push to extremes right out the gate. I hope today's video was very helpful to you. Look, if you liked today's video, please be sure to like it and share it with your own network as well. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that way you make sure to miss nothing that I have to share with you. And also, I want to invite you to come back to my website, www.rockstarfitness.com. There, make sure that you sign up for my newsletter, sign up on my email list because I send out weekly blog posts, written posts, videos, everything to help you to try to get to your goal. Whether you're looking for fat loss or contest prep, it doesn't matter. And if you're interested in working with me, please check the description box below to see how to get into contact with me so we can get you started on a great plan today. I hope you enjoyed today's video and I can't wait to see you next time. Bye-bye.